One of these guys who lives in clubs chasing women, that doesn't satisfy me. I'm out to be a world champion and achieve my dreams. Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. 21st of September, I'm supposed to be off, but I forgot I had a video booked in to film at Josh Wales gym this morning, so I'm going to film there this morning. I've got a nip to Coca-Cola this morning over to Barnsley factory, see main man, have a chat, and then I'm going to go to Dripping Taps, and then I'm going to Josh Wales at 10:30. I'll be home for 12 today. Right, let's have a look. Last weekend you've probably seen two South Yorkshire promoters going at it on Friday night and Saturday night. Dennis and Stefy Bull. Their shows were a day apart, I think, and yeah, and obviously there's a bit of, I don't know if you can call it intense beef, I suppose, because a pair of them can't fight for toffee, Dennis or Stefy, so you probably call it laughing luncheon meat, wouldn't you? Because a pair of them have got no knackers, so that's what I'd call it, laughing luncheon meat. That's what it is, laughing luncheon meat, because a pair of them give other people bullets to fire. They don't the note on their own, that's why they've got no criminal record. I'm right, aren't I? They don't fire bullets. It's people like me that fire bullets and other people, not them. They're like the cowards in background. But they've gone at it, and Steffi's had a pop at him on social media about there being no fans in the arena, and judging by it, there were two men and a dog there at Dennis's show, and I don't know about Steffi's show because that wasn't on telly, was it? But I think they should put the differences aside, you know, and just get at it in a fucking all-in. Instead of all this chatting and going around houses and getting other people involved. Get at it! Get at it, Stefy, with him. Dennis will get at it with you. He bites though, don't you, Dennis? I don't really know what to say, really. So we'll start from the beginning. Steffi's show, aka Andrew Bullcroft, but he calls himself Stefy Bull, but his real name's Andrew Bullcroft. Dennis is, we know Dennis, don't we? Dennis Hobson Jr., aka thinks he's Ron Lyle, but in boxing circles, Dennis at the moment is known as White Collar Dennis, because he puts white collar level shows on. Isn't that right, Dennis? I don't really know where to start with these shows because we're going over old ground, aren't we? So I'm going to start with Steffi's show because it were on before Dennis's, obviously 24 hours before. 23-0 and a draw, so the fighters on the left on BoxRec, 23 wins, no defeats and a draw, against 16 wins, 166 losses and 3 draws. If you take Fons Alexander out of that equation, there's only really 55 losses, but then again there's only 9 wins, so it'd be 9, 55 and 3. But take that fight, Jimmy Flint against Fons Alexander from Happy Days, take that fight out, the other 6 fights is proper matchmaking, and I don't like to say that because Stefy matched it. Stefy matched it and promoted it. Is that a conflict of interest? I don't know, but it's board rules in it, they let him do it. So he's matched them. But they've been matched correctly because you've got Young Hunt 6-0 against Middleton 2-11-1. Now that's a good fight for Hunt. and obviously, you know, it worked out that way, didn't it? Then you've got Nishat on his debut against a 2-12 kid. He won that. Sylvester 6-0 against a 3-9 kid. He won that. They're evenly matched. Then you've got Billy Allen on his debut against a 1-15-2 kid. Now he didn't win that, but he'll come again. I think he drew, didn't he? Then you've got Josh Wales, brother Dempsey, 2-0 against Paul Scaffey, Norton 6. So these are pretty evenly balanced fights. Then you've got Kelsall 1-0 against a 1-2 kid. Then you've got Flint 8-0 in a draw against Alexander 7-11-0. So apart from that one, because I don't think a guy with 111 losses should have a licence, in my opinion. He shouldn't even be there, because he's just, what is he doing? He's constantly losing all the time. What's all that about? Do you know what I mean? If I come here, I make mistakes every day. I'm down the road, aren't I? If you're spraying a car and you keep leaving runs in it, what's your boss going to say to you? He's going to say, hit the road, Jack. Do you know what I mean? If you're a plasterer and it's all falling off ceiling and it's all a mess, what's your boss going to say? He's going to say, hit the turf skids, isn't he? That's how I look at it. But I think really good matchmaking, that. So Stefy, when you put your arms up saying, oh, I got a thumbs up from Porky, remember when you look back in that reflection in that mirror, you've still got orange armpits underneath your arms. Alright, so you just remember that, you ginger cunt. So, and I still don't like you. But very good matchmaking, and that's how matchmaking should be. You know, you've got novices and they're bringing them on correctly now. I think that is the way forward for boxing. Stefy hasn't got TV, but 18 months down the line, if he brings these kids on, he might get TV dates. He's had to start again, so I think that's good. I think that's good, and that's what I've been banging on about, and he's probably heard me going on about that. No, he hasn't. He knows his boxing, but big shout out to my grenade man. Big shout out to Dripping Top. Thanks very much for them drinks of the day. I'll see you this morning. So yeah, I thought that were alright. I didn't see Stefy's show. No belts and no TV. Now, Dennis's show. Dennis's show. Now Stefy's show we just looked at there, he had a draw, didn't they? They had one knockout, all the rest went to points. Now Dennis's show, 85 wins, 6 losses and a draw. That's pretty good. If you had 85 and 6 and 1, that's good. But then you look at the other one, 41 wins, 225 losses and 6 draws. Now 225 losses, this is on TV, you're having to pay for it. This is where the matchmaking lets Dennis down. He's got 2 title fights on there, which is good. British title and an IBF European, which is a belt that the IBF invented to get money off of boxing promoters. That's the bottom line. Let's not talk rubbish here, let's talk turkey. Let's talk turkey here. That's the bottom line. Now, if you put that against Stefy's show, 166 losses. So Stefy's got less losses on opponents. And he hasn't got TV. He's got no belts as well, has he? But I'd say he's starting again. But all Stefy's shows are basically like that. He pads everybody out. Every opponent in Stefy's show, every opponent had a losing record. That's not good for boxing. Not even on headline fight. You've got to have somebody with a winning record. Otherwise everybody's just there to lose, aren't they? When you've got Fons Alexander in headline fight, you've got problems, haven't you? But they didn't have TV and there were no belts and they sold more tickets than Dennis. So they must be doing something right. But is that what boxing's all about now? getting ticket sellers in so you can like promoters' pockets? What about the quality of the shows? Hey, 'cause I could rinse them all day, but I can see what they're doing with them shows there. They're trying to build for the future. They're not going to get Sky dates, are they, or any dates at the moment, but if they bring some of them kids on, they might do. Now Dennis's show, on the other hand, I don't know what he's doing. Is he papering over at cracks or something with cow shit? Hey, I mean, Schofield 16-1. 16-1 kid, right? How many tune-up fights does he need? He's in with a guy, 9 wins, 131 losses. 9 and 131 and 2 draws. Fighting a 16-1 kid. Have I fucking missed something here? I don't look like a lollipop. Hey, 9 and 131 in with a 16-1 kid. Who's matching these guys? Is it Jason 6 Sugars in his Team McCrory? Is he still matching them with a packet of Hobnobs as well, the chocolate ones? Hey? Are you still matching Jason McCrory? Because you don't know what you're fucking doing! Perry Howe, 3-0 and a draw. In with a guy, 2-8 and a draw. Perry Howe got put into orbit. And I'm going to tell you what the conversation was like in the dressing room afterwards. Don't worry, Dennis will have said to him. We'll bring you back. I brought Clinton Woods back after Dave Starry. Oh, and everybody in dressing room would have gone, oh, Dennis, God. Not the old Clinton Woods Dave Starry line. Dennis, stop using that Dave Starry line. Stop it. Yeah, he beat Clinton. Clinton stepped up. That's why he did well after that. But Clinton were in the ring, not you, Dennis. But stop using that Dave Starry line about how you brought him back and all that. Oh, God. Jesus. So, Perry, you're going nowhere. You do tickets, you will be out again. Anybody else with your ability, you'd have been down road, wouldn't you? But you're not going anywhere while you're doing tickets. So, good luck to you, Perry. But I think mine and your bet, where I've got to jump in River Don, if you win an area belt, I think that's safe, innit, Perry? I've got to fight for you, Perry. I have a white collar one on Black Cat Promotions. You know when Dennis has done with you? When you've been knocked about and abused and you've got no money. You come and see your Uncle Porky and we'll put you on a Nicky Smedley show. Black Cat Promotions. We'll put you in with Max. Big Max. And if you get through that fight, we'll put you in with Nicky Smedley and he'll knock smoke out you. That goes for you, John Fuchs, as well. What's happening with your comeback? If Dennis has used and abused you, John, give your Uncle Porky a call. We'll get you on a Black Cat promotion. You and Nicky Smedley. Alright, he'll fight you in a few because you can't fight. You used to be able to fight Fuki, but come on, you can't now, mate, can you? Not with size of belly and all that. No derby on you. Super Tommy Frank. Super Tommy Frank is not Super Tommy anymore. He is Superman! 13-2 Tommy Frank against Matt Windle, 6-3-1. Now I did say that Tommy beats him on points and everybody went, good call, Porky. What happened? Tommy beat him on points because he can't punch, but the main argument with this fight is this. How on earth did you get a British title, Tommy? Of 2 losses, technically 4, but 2 losses. Because if you go through the rule book, that's not allowed. The British Boxing Board of Control are controlled by promoters. They're making the rules up as they go along. Now what the Board of Control have done, they've set a dangerous precedent there, because all these managers and promoters now are going to be saying, oh, I want a British title shot for my guy. And if they say, well, he's coming off a loss or 2 losses, they say, well, you did it for Tommy Frank. It's same with that Valdez, with that drug situation with WBC. Anybody who fails a dope test now is going to say, well, you passed Valdez, so what about my guy? These people want money. They don't care about rules. You've got to stick to rules, because without rules, what have we got? We've got anarchy, haven't we? Well, I'm pleased for Tommy Frank, but he's a nice guy, but you can't fight. Tommy, you can't fight. You've had a British title, gifted you. Gifted you, I mean, a 6-3 kid in for a British title. I mean, there's hope for me yet, isn't there? shape I'm in. There's hope for me yet. So we've covered Perry House, Schofield. I don't want to talk about the rest of it. Cash Alley. Cash Alley. Cash Alley is 20-1 now, right? He's had 5 wins since the David Price carry on. Now Dennis was saying he nearly won that fight. He had David Price beat. So if Cash is at that level, how come he's had 5 tune-up fights, Dennis? And look at the records of them. And 3 of them got losing records out of the 5. The last 2 have been shockers. But he's gone 5-0 since then. He's now 20-1 and he's a lovely kid. And he shows in parts in his fights that he's got a bit of class. But concentration levels for me are not 100% there. It's alright in getting in shape, and he is in shape by the looks of it, and he's got a great jab. But concentration levels are not there, and guys like that guy he's just beat there, 7-1 Gerst, whatever his name is, he's got to be blown away inside 3 rounds. He's got to be on his knees, flattened, messing about with a guy like that. That's shocking. And for Dennis, for you to come out and say that Cash Alley beats every UK fighter except Joshua and Fury, that's shocking. What about Hughie Fury, Joe Joyce, Dillian White, Derek Chisora? What about them 4? Dennis, what have you been smoking? Dennis, are you smoking? Stay off that, Dennis, that's no good. But I wish Cash Alley all the best, and he's come a long way, but I don't want to see him in any more tune-up fights. He's 21, 20 wins, 1 loss, 20-0 and 0. 21-0 he is. Age 29. He's at his peak, so why have I got all these tune-up fights? I don't want to see him. It's like Dave Allen's in one next week and another tune-up fight. What are we going to do? Keep seeing tune-up fights? Is that what we've got now? People padding records out, just wanting to box? Get in a fight. Don't be overmatched. Get in a 50-50. I'm not saying Dave Allen should go in with David Price or Dylan White again or Chisora, but he should be in 50-50s. Not. We've either got knockover fights, bum fights, or fights where guys are overmatched. They've got to be 50-50s like the Stefy Bulls show. Look what he's just put on there. Look what he's just done there. That's proper matchmaking, that, with what he's made most at job. He's made most out of them kids he's got. He's made most, best of the best job, or whatever they call it. But getting all fucking sound like Dave Allen, don't I? Fucking Scooby-Doo. Speaking of Dave Allen, did anybody hear his commentary next to Crawler? Ooh-wee-doo-wee-doo-wee-doo. Eddie Earn, you're responsible for Dave talking like that. I'm going to be like that soon, talking like this. But no, I just want to see proper fights, and Stefy Bull's show, he's put them on, hasn't he? He's matched them correctly with what he's done best he can with what he's got there, hasn't he? But Dennis, I don't know where you're going, Dennis, but you've done well to get Tommy Frank a British title off 2 losses. That's unheard of, going back 120 years. If anybody can prove to me that that's happened again with British Boxing Board of Control, tell you what I'll do. I'll send you a free porky teddy. We've only got about 300 left. So, okay. If anybody can prove that, Kent, the hardcore's hardcore, do some digging, see if you can find out who's won a British title coming off 2 losses. Technically 4, but 2 losses. Nobody. It's impossible. The board are writing their own rules and making it up as they go along. Cash Alley's belt, we know about that belt, don't we? That's a trinket belt, but Cash will go on to bigger and better things if he concentrates and get his head right. Ability wise, yeah, but I think they need somebody to work up here, because I think the cheese has slipped off his cracker. I'm sure Richard Towers will sort it out at some point with him and get through to him. But I think that's about it really. So, okie dokie, I'll do a quick 10-minute thing in car on way to Barnsley just to get a bit of a top up, and then we'll do the Josh Whale film, and then you'll get it all in one go. Alright boys and girls, peace out. Right, Barnsley, here we come. See what I can steal from Barnsley's factory today. What them Costa drinks, Kev? Some of them. Don't like Coca-Cola, me. I pour it down the toilet. It's good for that. Rots your teeth, doesn't it? It does to your teeth what crack does. Yeah, it's alright, Coca-Cola. With a burger in it, if you can get one down. Put these on today, let's have a look. I'll tell you what would be a good fight. Superman versus Stuart Little. What do you reckon about that, Tommy Frank and Sonny Edwards? Superman Tommy versus Stuart Little, Sonny Edwards. Yeah, that's a good fight, mate. That's a really good fight. But we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see where they go with it now. We're going to see. It's all good, isn't it? So I see we've not had a peek out of Mr. David Caldwell, have we? Dave Caldwell, gone quiet. No more Sunday sermons or Monday Mass or opinions. None. I don't know. What's going on, Dave? You've gone quiet, mate. Hey, you've gone very quiet. Why is that? Lane here and they're in my lane. I think which is the best way here to go to Barnsley. Go this way. So yeah, Dave Colwell, you've gone very quiet. You need to come out on Porky's Corner. When you see what I've got lined up for you, Dave, you'll have to come out. You know what I'm like? I'm pretty relentless. I'm a bit like Eddie Hearn, really, aren't I? Eddie Relentless Hearn bringing a book out. The man who spunked $1 billion for DAZN and put him in debt, but he's relentless. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth, Mr. Relentless. You couldn't make it up, could you? Hey? But nobody's saying a word on YouTube, are they? About Eddie spunking DAZN's money, because they won't get access, will they? All these YouTubers that are hanging out the back of him, greasing him. They're that far up his arse, they're eating his food for him like you, Dave Caldwell. Isn't that right, Devinder? Hey, you need to come out, don't you? Anybody said it like that about me, that they said about you, Devinder, I'd be straight out, I'd be out at traps just like that. So, that's how I look at it. So what can you do? It's we can just say, oh, it is what it is. Well, no, it isn't what it is. Or it is what it is. Yeah, it's you not answering any questions, Caldwell. You need to come out and answer questions that people want to ask you. Otherwise, you know alternative. Innocent men don't go quiet, do they? They come out fighting, don't they? That's what innocent men do. Screaming blue murder. Screaming blue murder. That's what I would be doing. But like I say, not going to go away, is it? It's going to get worse and worse. It's like carrying a big piano on your back, Dave. But anyway, that's by the by that. I'm off to Barnsley, then Emsworth. Then we're off to Brampton Brelo to see some real fighting men. Proper fighting men!
We live to fight, we love it. I've just done 12 years for a fight. I love to fight. And if I could fight now, I probably would do.
Who tell the truth, not like Big John Fury.
Pop, pop, bang!
Big 10-mile run in the morning. 10-mile run, 20-minute wait, 20 minutes on bag before breakfast. And a 200-kilo deadlift. Winnie Corey. And that's before I've had me roast vegetables in a pan
on my campfire. Isn't that right, John Fury? Number 3 in the UK, number 5 in Europe, 30 in the world. Big 140 kilo bench presser. Wants to fight Mike Tyson but can't go to America, and Mike can't come to England. We're still lifting 200 kilo on his Corey. Isn't that right, John? Hey, you tell more lies than Tom Pepper. Hey, all of them lie, don't they? Even Tommy's a born liar. They can't lie straight in bed.
One of these guys who lives in clubs chasing women, that doesn't satisfy me. I'm out to be a world champion and achieve my dreams.
I think we've gone from hardcore boxing this morning to Comedy Channel again, haven't we? What we're gonna do? Hey, pop, pop, bang! Pop, pop, bang! We're joined by Josh Whale, former British champion and IBF top 15 ranked. How are we doing, Josh?
Yeah, all good, Russ, all good.
Yeah, I see your gym's come on, it's all looking well.
Yeah.
You're busy with personal training and...
Yeah, everything's busy from amateurs to professionals, kids.
You're looking well?
Teas, yeah, it's all busy, pal. Cheers.
Before we speak about the show that's just been on with Dempsey and your fighters on, your brother obviously, and your stable of fighters. Josh, you've been out at ring nearly 20 months. Yeah. Are you going to fight again, yes or no?
Yes.
Have you got a date?
We've got something penciled in, me and my dad, what we're thinking about doing, but I'll let everybody know in due course.
Going to be after Christmas then, back up?
Yeah, probably, because I've had so long, I've been ticking over training, but there's training for a fight, so but you'll definitely see me ring again.
You still look in good shape, no?
Yeah, I tick over like, but there's training for a fight than there's just normal training, so I'd need a long training camp to get me a fight. I've been so busy in a lot of different things I've been doing, so that's took away from it. But that's what I wanted to do, possibly at the end of my career, but with COVID and everything, it just pushed everything forward, so I started moving weight.
And what weight would you come back at? Still featherweight?
I'm featherweight, yeah.
And you feel comfortable at that, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you regret not being a featherweight earlier in your career, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, it swings and roundabouts. I mean,
yeah.
I won titles at 3 different weights: bantam, super bantam, and feather. So, you know, I'm immensely happy with how my career went, and you know, you can't regret anything really. You know, when I won that run at bantamweight, won British, 2 consecutive knockout wins to defend it, both for Europe. You know, I won a great run. So when you're on that run, you can't really go up in weight. Even though I would probably outgoing bantamweight, but you know, if you keep winning, you can't step up. So. Yeah, right. It's all good, pal.
Brilliant. You just had that show at Magna, obviously working with Stefy Bull now. The show, obviously a lot of novice fighters on it, but they matched alright, weren't they, really?
Yeah, we did well, but I mean, obviously I know you and Stefy's never going to get on, but we worked well together. It were a sell-out, you know, we ticked every box that we could tick. You know, we were doing novice pros and we were matching, so obviously that's in all the boxing, and they can develop now, and we can watch the steps what they make, if they can go up steps as they go on and progress. So yeah.
Do you feel, Josh, that we're working with Stefy, and you've obviously you live a couple of miles apart, you've worked with him before, you never had problems with dough and all that kind of thing. Do you feel that these fighters that they've just been on, because obviously they were all undefeated, but do you feel 18 months, 2 years down the line they could be going for belts and there might be some TV dates for you lads?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what we're trying to build. I've started from scratch, you know. Dempsey's had a couple of, he's had 3 now, but Red One's pro debut, Billy Evans pro debut, you know, I've got Paul Cloves pro debut, you know, we can see how they develop now. For, you know, as they go on in the next 18 months, like you said, little steps as they keep going up. So, you know, it was a sellout. Everybody come out to support me who supported my career. You know, I've got a lot of friends, businesses, everybody who followed me, and they all supported with me show, and it just meant for a cracking night. So yeah, it went well.
And were you happy with Dempsey's performance against Stefy?
Yeah, very mature. Dempsey's opponent failed a COVID test before he could. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on behind backgrounds. We had all fights really. COVID, a lot of fighters inactivity, medicals getting passed. You know, there are a lot of things to get through to get the show on. It was probably the worst time to put a professional show on if you think about it. There were 43 professional shows in Great Britain in September, so everybody were booked out. You know, foreigners are hard to get in because with COVID testing, isolation when they've got to be here, and how long they're self-isolating. You know, there were loads of stuff to sort out, but you know, I'm proud of myself how I dealt with that. And I'm glad, to be fair, I'm glad I did it how I did it, because, you know, any other time, you know, it was a good time to have a show. Any other time, you know, I've learned from the experience. So.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And what other kids did you have on the show, Josh?
So I had Dempsey, I had Redwam Nishat, pro debut from Rotherham. I've got hobson, he did really well.
Yeah.
I had Billy Allen from Barnsley, who did, you know, he had a barnstormer for his pro debut.
It was a draw, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a draw. Yeah, we a Czech Republic lad, and them two really set by each other. That probably fight at night. They had a really good set to, and he'll move on for that. Billy's only 21, you know, he's a work in progress, so we'll work on that. He'll go again in Barnsley on next one. Yeah.
And who else did you have on?
So they were all mine. Then Stefy, his card were on. Jimmy Joe, Flynn, Conor Kelso, Lewis Sylvester, you know, and everybody did well. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said earlier, they were novices, but they weren't in with out and out bums, whether they were in pretty competitive fights, weren't they? Because there were only one stoppage, weren't there?
Yeah, one stoppage. He did well to stop that. Because he'd not been stopped before, I don't think. And he did. You know, he was capable, so he did well stopping him. Yeah, they were competitive matches. It was a good night all round. All the fans enjoyed it. You know, yeah, it was a cracking night.
And you had, and obviously. On the Sunday, you had the amateurs nationals, didn't you?
Yeah, we had 2 more Yorks champions on the Sunday. Amateur gyms flying. That's just a natural progression coming through. So yeah, all good. We go again on 12th of November. My next professional show at Barnsley Metrodome, my own town. I wanted my first one at Metrodome, if I'm honest, but with dates in COVID, getting pushed back. So I went to Magna, but yeah, we go on 12th of November.
That's brilliant, and obviously you're going to tick over and then make a decision after New Year about when you're coming back as a pro. Featherweight.
Yeah, like I said, well, I'll definitely box again. You know, it's just me and Dad will sit down and make a decision. I need a long training camp. I've been off all the time, shooting different stuff that I've been doing. So
could you see yourself fighting Gavin McDonnell next year, Josh? No.
No, we've got Stefy.
All right then. Well, listen.
You like that one, don't you?
I like that fight, mate, because I feel that you know you didn't get a rub at Green, did you?
No, we had 2 really good fights on the Sky. The second one, so yeah, it was good, but that's gone now, mate.
All right then. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on, Josh. It's always a pleasure to see you, and I'm glad to see that you're doing really well. And you're doing well in community, obviously, letting kids come to the gym, and they come for free on a Fridays, don't they?
I mean, that's the thing, like, whatever I do, you know, with my promotions, with managements, in professionals, I always give back to kids.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost, because athletic, what my dad's done for 30 years.
Yeah.
His legacy will carry on. Hopefully, my lads or our Gwyn's lads will take it on and carry it on for years and years to come. I always do that.
And what's your Twitter handle, Josh?
J-Boy Outlaw.
J-Boy Outlaw.
Yeah, and Facebook and Instagram.
And J-Boy Outlaw as well on that?
Josh Whale 888. Yeah.
Brilliant. All right then, well listen, you take care, Josh. All the best.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Bye. Well, I enjoyed that, filming with Josh Whale. It's pretty easy for me to film with Josh because I've known him ages now, and we don't have an agenda. They never say take that out or don't ask me this, or it's pretty easy. He's such a genuine kid. He's just easy to interview. So down to earth and can't do enough fire. It's a pleasure to work with people like that. So I enjoyed that, and I wish him well. They've got a lot on his plate with that gym and misses some 3 kids. So he's got a lot on there, and he's obviously ticking over and wanting to fight again, and he's managing, training and doing PTI stuff, and I think it's all good, and I'm looking forward to seeing where his journey ends. But I think he's got it off to a T now, how he wants to work it. And to be fair, let's have it right, Stefy Bull were putting on shite, wasn't he? But that what they've just put on at weekend, they were competitive fights. Yeah, I know they all had losing records, but they weren't mega bad losing records. Apart from the guy who fought Flint, the other 7 were bang on fights that I'd say that's how they should be matched. That's proper matchmaking. I've had to say that through gritted teeth, haven't I? But like I said, Stefy, you know when you go like that in mirror, still got orange armpits, kid. So, but it is what it is, isn't it? But good luck to Josh, and good luck to him working with Stefy. You'll learn a lot off him, and that's all Dennis wanted me to do, learn a lot off Stefy. But Stefy couldn't do it, could you, Stefy? But we'll come to that when I bring my book out, Stefy. We'll tell the real reason, won't we? When I even a few scores, but not just yet. So you're gonna have to keep impressing me, Stefy, with these shows you're putting on. But I'm glad Josh agreed with me. The building for the future, and they're not going to get TV dates at the moment with shows like that, but it's something to build on. There were no title fights, there were no telly there, but they've got something to start from the beginning, and that's fantastic. So, alright. That's about it really. I'm just going to take this over to our tech guy, and then that's me back to being a dosser, back to dossing. So you're going to get this out on 28th, even though it'll be done before. But so I hope you've enjoyed this video, Dennis, because I know you're watching, and I hope Big John Fury's enjoyed it. Big John Fury, big 10 kilometre run in the morning before breakfast and 200 key deadlifts with me Corey. I hope you've enjoyed the video, John Fury, and you, Dave Caldwell. I hope you've enjoyed it as well, hiding behind your settee, because I'll be coming to see you soon, Dave, with my camera. Roger Cook's got fuck all on me. So peace out, have a great weekend. I just want to add that, you know, all you people out there that are frightened to come on my channel, you know who you are, boxers, managers, small time promoters, all shit your pants, don't you, coming on my channel. Well, go and look at Josh Whale, he's just come on. He ain't bothered. He's not bothered. He's working with Stefy Bull. Me and him are never going to be fucking mates, are we? But he ain't bothered, is he? Do you know what I mean? And he's not bothered about people going to dictate to him about what's right and what's wrong in boxing, and who you can talk to and who you can't talk to. Proper people. Alright, so let that be a lesson to all you people out there who want to work with Eddie Hearn down the line, and people like that, because they don't give two fucks about you. So look after yourself and do what's right. Alright, and you know what that is, don't you? Come on Porky's Corner and talk boxing. Alright, peace out.